Hey everyone, going to show you how easy it is to inscribe a game on the Hedera Hashgraph network using Hashgraph Online. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing which you need to do, head over to kiloscribe.com/gaming and then click on the boilerplate HTML tag. This will give you an HTML script which you can just copy and paste. Then go into your editor of choice. I'm just going to be using VS Code for the demo. If you don't have it, download it online, really easy to do. And we're going to create a file called index.html. Just going to save this in my downloads, and all you need to do is paste it in here. So what we have here is a template which is required in order to start building using the Hashgraph SDK. Let's firstly just remove all of this data which we don't need, and I'm going really quick here, so this is just meant to be a speed run. If you do have questions, go into the comments. I'm just going to delete all of this data. This is what we're going to be replacing, and we are then going to head back over to Chrome, and this is where we're going to start using AI to help us. So I've got a template prompt over here which you can use. I'm just going to paste it in, and today we're going to be trying Grok. So I've got this sort of template. I'm not going to go into the details. I'll share the link to where you can find it. Today I want to build a particle simulation which tracks the user's mouse. Now we'll do that. Grok will give us a answer, and we're just basically going to copy and paste that because we're using things like 3JS, Anime.js, which are all stored on Hedera. We're using them to create our application, and they're very well documented. There's a lot of information. In general, generative AI is pretty good. Let's copy and paste that. Go back over here. I forgot to mention earlier, make sure you're updating the code inside of window.hcs ready. So let's just paste it in here now. I'm going to save that, just make sure it's the right one. Going to save it. Now, in order to actually see what we've done, just need to open a new browser window, new browser tab. I had in my download file, drag and drop your index.html into the browser, and you can see it over here. And as you can see, we've got this particle simulation, which is following my mouse. Now, if it's not exactly what you want, you can keep sort of iterating with AI, try different LLMs as well. I was just giving Grok a go. And yeah, now that you, if you're happy, now that you have your sort of application which you're happy with, we can now inscribe it, meaning we can actually put it onto the Hedera Hashgraph network. So the next thing you want to do, head back over to the Inscribe page, and if you scroll down a bit more, you see Inscribe an HCS3 game now. Click that. That will take you to an Inscribe page where, again, drag and drop the index.html file you've just created. And then we need to give it a bit of metadata, so I'm just going to call it a name. Let's just call it jcool test run. And here you want to go text HTML for the MIME type. You can give more information, create a jcool in my case, description, so on and so forth, but I'm going to leave that out. Let's go begin inscription process. That will pop up your Hashgraph wallet. For me, I'm using Hashpack right now. Approve this transaction. This is just sort of a bit of HBAR which you need to send in order to do it. Cover the Hedera consensus topic creation and message costs. And finally, you'll be taken over to this page over here. So currently what's happening, the Hashinal is being inscribed, and it's going to be creating a Hedera consensus topic. It's then going to be adding the actual HTML converted and converted and chunked as individual messages onto the consensus service using the HCS1 standard, which is a standard that Hashgraph Online have created. And just to sort of have a bit of a deeper dive as to what's going on, it's creating the Hedera consensus topic, and then it's taking the index HTML which we've uploaded, and then it's actually converting that, chunking it into smaller chunks, adding those as messages on the Hedera consensus service, so that we actually now can access the Hedera consensus service topic and recreate our website. And as you can see over here, we've got a link to it. So let's go over to the actual website, which you can find on the share inscription. We'll paste it in here, and we can play with our inscription just as we had on our local machine, except now it's on the Hedera Hashgraph consensus service, which I think is really cool. So yeah, if you want to do something similar, do it. There's prizes involved. Make it as good as you can. Don't just do one prompt, do multiple prompts. Also, if you can do it without prompting, that's fine as well. Just want to make it as inclusive as possible. So cool. So we've just created an inscription, but what more can we do? Well, we can actually tokenize it now. So we can create a Hashinal or an NFT version which points to that inscription. And we can actually do that on the same page where we were earlier. So if you go back to this page, on the right hand side, you'll see mint this metadata onto a new NFT. So we're just going to go through the process. It's really straightforward. I just did a test run earlier, but you just need to fill in a token name and a token symbol. That's actually all you need to do. I'm going to remove the royalty, going to create the token here. Hashpack's going to pop up, approve that transaction. So this is just creating the non-fungible token now. And then once we've created the non-fungible token, we can actually mint the metadata. So immediately it knows that we want to mint it and we want to connect it to this particular information. And as you can see, the metadata maps up over here to the topic ID. So let's mint that. And we're going to be minting this. And if you're using a Hashpack wallet, and presumably maybe Kabila as well, as soon as you mint it, it identifies, this is a Hashinal. So it goes in the top right, you can see the Hashgraph Online logo. If you click on it and then open in browser, it will take us to the very same inscription which we just created. So that's a nice little feature which you can also think about doing. Don't just inscribe it, but actually then make it into an NFT, and then you can sell that NFT if you've got your own collection or whatever. But I thought it'd just be worth quickly showing how to do that as well.